Hi, my name is Jean and this is my channel, Learn with Jean. In today's video, I want to talk about 3 important aspects of hiring, training, and working with virtual assistants. So I've had this question come up through conversations with different people online about how to work with VAs, how to hire them, and what to look for. And this is a continuation of a series of videos this is a continuation of a video that I've done before on how to look for VAs online, either using Upwork, Fiverr, or one of those online virtual assistant agencies. So if you're interested in that video, you can watch it up here. I like to use virtual assistants because it allows me to work in tandem on different time zones and provides a lot of flexibility, allows me a lot of opportunity to learn, train, and teach different people, all the while trying to scale and take my business to the next level. So one of the key things that I have learned over this past year of working with the same VA that I found online is that, one, you have to challenge them. That is most important in this world of hiring, is that if you give people a task and they execute well on the task, that's great. That's a good sort of starting point to know that they're reliable, they're trustworthy, and that they can do the task. However, over time, as your business grows and you get inundated with different tasks and projects, you want to train your VA to not just be an assistant who is like a task worker or task doer. You want to train your VA to be your right-hand person. So that means you're going to train them not only to do the task, but to problem solve and think outside the box. This is really important because you don't want to hire someone to do one thing. It makes your life easier in business if you can spend the time, invest in the energy to teach and train your VA to not just do this task, but to anticipate what your needs are. This is important because you want your VA to know how they can help you and support you besides just this one task. For example, I am working on a curriculum setup where I'm trying to cross-reference and reconcile what is missing in the curriculum between what's been recorded and what slides have been created in PowerPoint. So I'm training the VA to not just do the task of cross-referencing and identifying what's missing. I'm training them to, at the same time, understand the project and grasp what the purpose of the project is at a high level. Because I want them to see what I am doing for a client so that they can be involved and they can pitch ideas about what else I am doing that they could help. This gives me incentive to, 1, trust them and give them more challenging work. 2, it gives them more opportunity to work with me and earn more money. And 3, it challenges them and it teaches them to grow their skills. I really believe in upskilling VAs because if you only rely on them to do your task that is taught to them step by step, it doesn't really get them to think about the next level, about what they need to learn and acquire skills in so that they can support other business owners. The second tip that I want to continue emphasizing and sharing is around teaching, onboarding, and mentoring your VA. They are human. Mentor them so that they have the opportunity to succeed, not only as your team member, but also for other business owners, and later on if they decide to really focus on freelancing and or growing a business or getting a job. Whatever the case may be, the opportunities that they can gain by working with you and through learning from you is really key to helping them advance. And I really believe that is the goal in this world, is to teach, mentor, and give back so that we can all reap that kind of benefit and share with each other and take our skills to the next level. So what does that look like? That means taking the time to challenge them and teach them about what they're not doing well and how they could do better. Now, this kind of training, mentoring, and documentation takes a lot of work and takes a lot of energy. and we are busy business owners, but if we really take the time to give the feedback, write out feedback, give video feedback, do a Zoom session with them or whatever you use, they will understand and they will grasp things better because you take the time to speak to them in a very personal and one-on-one way. So being a manager, being a coach, you really have to take the time to be honest, learn to give that kind of feedback in a way that they can hear it and give better performance later on. Recently, my VA was working on a project for me, and this VA did not do a good job. It was a very poor performance compared to their performance on a previous task that we worked together. And I was really disappointed. I was really upset and frustrated. And I almost wanted to say, I'm going to find another VA because I don't want to have to deal with teaching someone. But the cost and time and energy of finding a new VA, interviewing them and teaching them is going to take just as much time as teaching and giving someone feedback. And so what I did was I told this VA, okay, here is what I asked you to do. Here is what you did, and here's why I thought your performance lacked quality and the detail that you have performed in the past. And then we had a conversation about what was challenging in the project in terms of instructions, in terms of the task, and what they needed in order to do better. And so I use that feedback as a way to say and how that I, as a manager, as a business owner, can do better and how I teach you and train you. So maybe I didn't explain it very well the first time. How about I write down the instructions and take the time to be really thorough and detail and outline what I'm looking for step by step clearly so that it makes it easier for you to reconcile what the task is. And so after that, what I also did was on a next project, I asked them to demonstrate problem-solving skills. Instead of taking advantage of them and asking them to do free work, I said, I want you to just show me how you would do this one assignment. I don't want the answer, I just want you to show me how you approach it because that is more important than the actual answer. And then I reviewed their approach and gave them some suggestions on how to streamline their task and workflow and approach even further so that it will take them less time, but also help them see why I want things done in a way that's easy to read, but easy to execute and implement. And so as a result of that experience, the VA took that assignment and instructions to heart and demonstrated critical thinking, problem-solving skills, and a willingness to learn and willingness to hear feedback. That's really the most important part of training and coaching and mentoring is having a VA who is open to being coached and guided and taught about how to do things and how to do things better. And the last but most important key aspect of hiring and mentoring and training VAs is ongoing feedback. And I think this is the hardest thing that any business owner can do is because we really care about the people that we work with and the people that we hire. And so giving feedback can be either easy or challenging depending on our comfort and level of expertise. For me, I've never had feedback that was less than positive because they've always demonstrated excellent performance. And this time I had to think about providing feedback in a way that was saying, okay, so here's what happened. And here's what you did, and here's where I was disappointed, here's where I felt like you didn't do well, and here's what I expected of you. And I'm willing to give you another chance, but I want you to demonstrate proactive thinking, critical thinking, and problem solving so that you're not just relying on me to give you the answer. I want to encourage my VAs to be proactive, to think outside the box so that they can grow their skills and have more opportunity to earn more by working with me. So in short, if you are hiring a VA and looking to add a VA as a long-term team member, what I would suggest is build that rapport, challenge them, give them feedback, and also provide really good documentation. I use Google Docs, but you may want to try Notion, or you may want to try something like a project management tool, depending on the level of work that you have. But the most important is to provide good training and documentation and videos so that your VAs are understanding, hearing, and grasping the project task at hand. So that is in short 3 tips to help you add a VA and use a VA as a long-term team member and help them perform better so that they are doing more than just one task. Let me know if you have questions, comments, and what your experiences are and how you would approach similarly hiring and developing a relationship with a VA to become a long-term team member. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you soon.